Hey, welcome to the How to Podcast series. It's November, and it's National Podcast Post Month. What we're doing here is we're going to do an episode a day, every day, for the month of November on the How to Podcast series. And instead of being a bunch of Dave for 30 days in a row, how about a bunch of my best friends and podcast family from the How to Podcast series coming back, reuniting. It's like a family reunion, everyone. And over the next 30 days, you're going to hear from some of the best podcasters in the world. So excited to have them return and share their insights to 3 questions that you as a podcaster should consider. You get their combined experiences over 30 episodes to help you plan your podcast, grow your show, launch a show, continue as a podcaster. We're all here for you. And so here are some of your best friends returning again to share their insight, their wisdom. These spectacular people are here for you. I'm so proud to have them back. To hear their voices again makes me happy. So let's get going. Happy National Podcast Post Month. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Michelle Glogovac, host of the My Simplified Life Podcast, where I share my thoughts, my opinions, my career pivots, all things on podcast pitching and podcast guesting, along with interviews with authors, entrepreneurs, and anyone who's had a career pivot in their life. The whole overarching theme is that your past and your present don't define your future. You do. I invite you to listen to My Simplified Life wherever you listen to podcasts and to visit my website, themlgcollective.com. What strategies do you recommend for identifying and engaging with your audience? I think it's so important to show up simply as yourself. If you have a guest on and a question pops into your head, you should ask it because chances are the listener is wondering the same thing. Don't try to be something else or something that you're not, because your listeners will be able to see that. They'll know that you're not showing up as your quote unquote authentic self. So simply be real, be you, and show up as that consistently. Can you describe a challenge that you have faced recently in your podcasting journey and how you overcame it? For me, that was this past summer. I batch recorded all of my episodes through July, but when July hit, I was burnt out. I was exhausted and overwhelmed from working, from having 2 kids at home, from summer vacations, and I gave myself grace to take a pause. It's a 4-week pause that for me, 4 weeks is a big deal because I record and release an episode every single week. I do think that it's really important you show up consistently, but if you don't have the energy to do so for a certain amount of time, then allow yourself that grace to take the pause that you need to. It's okay because you'll come back re-energized and your listeners will still be there. What tools or resources do you find indispensable for your podcast planning, production, or promotion? For me, that is hands down Trello. I have my entire process in Trello, and my team and I can then see exactly where we are with each episode, what needs to be done, which guests we've reached out to, what social media needs to be completed, and so on. It's the best online project management tool I have come in contact with, and I don't know what I would do without it. For November, happy National Podcast Post Month.
Thank you for being part of the How to Podcast series. Thank you for being here all the way through to the end. And it's November, and I'm so excited to be celebrating November with you. And as we grow our podcast together in community, one at a time, one episode at a time, one listener at a time, you're going to see great things ahead for you as we close off 2024 and focus on the new year ahead. Great things ahead for you and your podcast. Thank you for being here. Check us out at howtopodcast.ca. Take care.